This is Alex Perez,
I'm Mike Morales.
and this is Sipping Off the Cuff at tequilaaficionado.com. And we are reviewing and tasting
Sparkle Donkey.
Sparkle
I can't
Donkey.
I can't even say the name with a straight face without trying to sound like Shrek and have the worst Shrek accent.
Sparkle Donkey?
El burro es Sparkalo, no?
Sparkle.
Sparkalo.
Interesting.
There's no accent.
Interesting.
It's cute. They got a cute little story. Obviously, if you look them up at sparkledonkey.com, they actually have a website it's a kind of a made-up website where they talk about their story, and it's a .org, and they have video. They've given it a nice, clever story, and now we're going to find out if the tequila holds up with the story, and the story holds up with the tequila.
There's actually a donkey and a knight's.
Well, kind of similar to your Don Quixote.
My Don Quixote. There you go.
Your Don Quixote.
My Don Quixote.
Your Don Quixote. Okay.
This is a Don Quixote.
Yeah. Well, now don't laugh. This is actually an award winner. According to their POS material, the point of sale material that comes with Sparkle Donkey, they were in 2012. The BTI, the Beverage Tasting Institute, International Review of Spirits, gave them a 93 points. That was the silver. Awarded the gold medal at 93 points, and so it was awarded. The gold medal was 93 points for silver, and they won a silver medal for the reposado. So we've got an award winner, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna put it through the Tequila Aficionado taste test. But we're gonna do two things. We're gonna do one poured in a glass, the Blanco and the reposado, and then we're going to use our little friend here. Say hello to the little friend. This is Venturi. We're going to use the Venturi aerator on one or both of these marks, of these expressions, and we're going to see if the Venturi aerator makes any difference. So right now,
so we already poured the Blanco.
We're going to pour the Blanco. Yes,
it's already poured in our Riedel glasses.
And
that's it.
Am I looking at the right? Yeah, it's the Blanco.
Yeah,
it's not very clear. It's not crystalline. No.
Which is okay.
This particular tequila,
it's got a nice nose.
This tequila is a combination of Highlands and Lowlands agave. According to their POS material, they're at NOM 1438, which is the Destiladora del Valle, and so they use a combination of agave. It's not Highlands, not Lowlands.
So what does that mean?
Well, that means there's no terroir.
What's the percentage?
What's the
percentage?
I would probably say 50-50. Yeah, technical, right? Probably 50-50. But I don't think that it makes a difference.
Okay.
There's a strong nose to this, and I can't just for the sake of transparency, I've had samples of these in champagne glasses, not with the Riedel glassware, and in the champagne glass, the nose is very sweet. This was more of a citrusy kind of.
I can't make it out. There is some citrus in there, and I can smell the agave. Let's taste it. I was gonna spit, but
me first.
It's an interesting tequila. It's warm on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of mineral in my palate. It's actually a little confusing in my palate.
Again, for the sake of transparency, when I had these in champagne flutes, the nose was extremely sweet. Almost, I'll be honest, I thought it was manipulated. especially for the Blanco. Um, there is a difference with using a real glass. I think the sweetness on the nose is muted a little bit,
Well, it's
but
the
but
longer
but
it
it's almost like
stays.
a candy though.
Yeah, you know what? The longer it stays in the glass, I'm getting the nuances of
Okay.
the sweet nuances in there.
The it is not, in my opinion, this is not a natural smell for any tequilas that I've had, unless they are what I call manipulated or enhanced.
Yeah,
I think it's an
almost like a
enhanced tequila.
coconut. Yeah, it's a lot. It's very candy-ish, if you will.
Yeah, and it's way more pronounced, in my opinion, in a champagne flute, almost to the point like it felt to me.
It's
Yes, it is straight up.
the shape of the glass.
Yeah, I it felt like I had been hit with a
The
pillow
candy.
of powdered sugar. That's the only thing I can term. That's my only expression that I can term.
You know, as it dries on the sides of the glass, you can really get
Well,
the sweetness in
when
it
you
too.
smell your glass the next day on the Blanco, what I normally do, as just as a process for me, is I'll take the glassware and let it sit overnight. I'll come back to my desk, and if I smell anything, it'll be in the glass. The glass is dry, and I can usually pull out more. I think you can tell that things are enhanced or manipulated, and when there's not, where you're pretty much smelling barrel, or you smell nothing, or you smell agave.
You smell agave, you smell the grass,
Right.
you smell something a little more natural.
Well, in a Blanco particularly, if you're smelling a lot of after smell in a glass the day after from a Blanco,
There's something else in
there's something else in there. Yes, there's something else being done to it. Oh, whoa! You'll see, that's the smell right there. Try it when you try Sparkle Donkey. My suggestion is let it sit to the side and cling to the glass, especially if you're using this type of glass. So if you're using a champagne flute, you're probably not going to be necessary. You're going to smell it right off the bat. Or if you're using a snifter, I use a mini snifter also. You'll smell it immediately.
So sipping tequila,
Um,
not for my palate.
Not for mine either. I happen to be a purist. I know that Alex is more open minded because he does delve into cocktails. What do you think? Do you think it's a work in a cocktail?
Probably work in a cocktail.
Do you think it'll lose its nose in a cocktail?
We'd have to play with it. Probably.
Yeah, because the nose is very, very strong. If you can
I
get past the nose, the agave is actually not bad.
no, there's agave in there, and the reason why, see, well, it depends on what type of margarita you're making, or what type of cocktail. I'm thinking margarita. I'm thinking floating some Grand Marnier on top.
Okay. Where would you even need to float anything on top?
You're probably
Because
making it too
more
sweet.
the more I sniff this one sideways with the glass, and you'll notice these glasses do not require a
It's
lot of.
like candy.
Yeah, it's like candy. It's like being. I'm telling you, it's like getting hit with a pillow full of powdered sugar. That's
Should
what
make
I'm
some
getting.
popsicles out of this.
You think?
They wouldn't freeze.
Well, what do you think? Do we agree with BTI?
No,
I don't either.
no. Is this BTI's list right here?
No, their award was, they were rated 92 90 is it 92 points by BTI in 2012. So it's a recent award winner.
Yeah. Well, here they
93
have
points.
here
I'm
they
sorry.
have another list in the silver category. I don't know who did this,
Not sure.
but it's beating out Partida and beating out Espolón. Espolón is one of my all-time favorites. Even Cabo Wabo, which I'm surprised by.
Yeah. Jose Cuervo Reserva de la Familia. Wow. So according to BTI, this one's a
Yeah.
top of the list.
And then again, everyone, see, that's the beauty of this. Everyone's palate is different.
Yeah.
You might love it, you might hate it. Is it one of my favorites? No, I'll be honest with you.
Mine
But
either.
it might be your favorite. That's the beauty of this. You just have to taste it.
Again, this is one of those where we call it maybe a gateway tequila, a great tequila to
Right.
introduce people to.
Exactly.
Would women love it? Probably.
It could very well be a gateway for the female market
Yes.
because of it being on the sweeter the nose. You have the sweetness in the nose, and you've got the sweetness of the palate. Yeah, it works.
It works for what it is. Would we have it in our library?
We have it now.
We have it now.
Now, are we going to do the aerating?
We're going to do the aerating. In the next segment, we're going to do this.
Do you think it will improve it? It will bring it out.
We're going to find out. In the next segment, we'll find out. I'm Mike Morales.
I'm just like earlier, Alex Perez.
This is Sipping Off the Cuff
on Tequila Aficionado. Sip wisely.
See you later. We got to remember to put that stupid thing on.
Okay. Okay, now we're gone.
Oh, now we're gone.
Thanks for listening.